Good morning! Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Erica Jane. I like to make a ton of random videos, usually around homemaking, home bakery things, most recently around pregnancy. So that is what we're going to get into today. We're going to talk about the first trimester, what symptoms have been like, what that has looked like for me, and where we're at now. So I am just entering the second trimester. I will be 13 weeks on Friday, which is wild. I feel like I just found out. If you missed my 2-week wait symptom video, I will link that below, but that basically includes all of my symptoms beforehand leading up to when I actually took the positive pregnancy test. So 3 DPO to 16 DPO, I believe. So today I've recorded a bunch of like little snippets throughout the first trimester, so I will include those in here, but I thought it might be easier just to chat a little bit before and kind of explain some of the big symptoms I've been having, and what it has looked like really, which you'll see in the actual little clips that I will put in here. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. This is going to be probably TMI, so if you are not into pregnancy, all of that stuff, you don't want to hear about morning sickness, discharge, all of that fun stuff that we go through as pregnant women, maybe just pop on out of here. And if you are in a different stage of your pregnancy journey or trying to conceive journey, and this is maybe not the video for you, maybe it'll be triggering or uncomfortable, take care of you. Pop out of here, watch something more positive for you. This video will be up if you decide to watch it later, but don't watch anything that will affect you mentally. So, sending you lots of love. Let's jump into the symptoms. Beginning right at 4 weeks, which is when really did the test, hit 4 weeks that next day. Morning sickness started on the dot at 4 weeks. I woke up in the night and threw up. So that was the first morning sickness experience. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I woke up and was like, oh, yep, no, I'm gonna throw up. So I had a few moments beforehand where I was like very nauseous, but didn't actually get sick. And that's when it started for me. It didn't totally like pick up, I would say, until about 5 weeks. And then 5 weeks to basically 9 weeks, I was getting sick fairly consistently. In the mornings, there was a few like worse days where like I was sick like 3 or 4 times in a day. So that wasn't great. But once we got through, I would say 9 weeks, that's when I went to Ontario. That week was a little better. Probably had the longest stretch where I didn't get sick. Thank God, because I was generally worried I would throw up on the plane. Like, that was not something I wanted to deal with. But I tried to prepare as best as I could. I made myself like little travel barf bags. Like, brought lots of snacks. Okay, I was going to visit my best friend, so she understands. She knew I was pregnant. So there was no like forced activities or anything. Like, we were very low key. Sorry, rings. But yeah, morning sickness has probably been the most intense symptom, to the point where there was a few times where I was like, this is a lot. Like, I am not doing well. And I think it was more so like lonely too, because you're just like, at the beginning, no one really knows you're pregnant, so you can't really talk to people about it. Like, my best friend knew, but she's not been pregnant. So I feel like there's a different level of understanding towards people who have been pregnant. And then since like we've actually started telling people and it's like kind of posted, it's out now, I've actually been able to have conversations with like some of my friends that are mothers or have babies, and it's been way more encouraging, and I feel a lot less alone, because there's just like some relation to it. Like, they're hearing what you're saying. They're like, no, like, the nausea is debilitating. And I don't think a lot of people talk, well, some people do, but yeah, I was not aware the extent of what I would feel, I don't think. And so that, along with the tiredness, like the overall exhaustion, has been quite shocking. Like, there are some days where I've just not been able to do like anything. Today I'm feeling good, knock on wood, but I've had a few really like good days, and then I think that's contributing to the energy I have now. It's one thing that has really been helpful is eating good food, but that is hit or miss, because some days I'm just too nauseous to get like good food in my body. So for a while I was eating eggs in the morning, and then those started making me way too nauseous, and I just could not do the texture of eggs. Same with, I was eating more like jerky, steak strips, that kind of stuff at the beginning. And now I'm like, ugh, no. It feels way too intense. Even pepperoni, like I love that kind of stuff, but we had like pizza with pepperoni, and the taste of pepperoni feels very intense. So that has been kind of a newer thing, I would say like halfway through the first trimester, because at first I was really enjoying like steak strips and beef jerky, like that kind of thing. And now it's like I have no interest in it whatsoever. But soups have been really hitting the spot. I just want lots of warm, brothy goodness. Miso soup I have been craving incessantly. And sushi and subs. Like, oh my god. A turkey sub covered in sub sauce has been all I've wanted. And I did eventually cave, because the reality why they say not to is like risk of listeria and salmonella, and the likelihood is quite low, but there is still a risk, right? So that is, yeah. I took that risk, and I did have a sub, and it hit the spot, because that day I was just eating lettuce, and like I made a homemade sub sauce because I was craving it so bad, and I was just eating lettuce and sauce. So that night we got the sub. And besides that, I've really just been craving like chips and salsa have been pretty constant. Delicious. Those are just hitting every time. And I'm trying to think what else. A lot of soups. I've been eating a lot of peanut butter and honey sandwiches. That kind of gets me able to eat right now, but depends on the day, because I had a period where I wasn't eating that, and then I was eating like sausages, and those were like hitting, and now I'm kind of having a break from those. So that would probably be most of my like food cravings, aversions. I'm just starting to be able to like somewhat enjoy coffee, but it is pretty hit or miss. Like, I'm not having coffee every day, not even every week. Like, kind of just like I'm having one right now, but I have not had one in probably since last week. So just kind of taking it day by day. I'm really hoping I can get back to baking soon. I've been starting to bake a little more like at home. So for us, like actually making bread for us to eat, because we did have to buy bread out once, and like I enjoy baking, so I'm glad I have a little bit more energy. But now I'm like about to be 13 weeks, so the energy is slowly coming back now. But for a while there, it was non-existent, and I think the reality is it still could come and go. Now though, I've lately been focusing on like baby registry researching different items. But I have not really done much of that in the first trimester. I honestly just didn't feel well enough to. But I guess in terms of first trimester recap stuff, we have had one ultrasound where we did see a little bean, and then we've had a midwife appointment, which I think it felt good to talk to like someone who's very aware of birth, very aware of the procedures in Nova Scotia in general. And I just had a lot of questions around like, I wanted to do a water birth initially, that is like, that would be ideal. But the reality is I can't do a home birth here unless I want to do it alone, like, because the midwives won't drive this far from where their hospital is, because we're over an hour out, and then if the causeway is closed, they can't get across. So that poses a risk. So there's lots of things like that. So they will not do an assisted home birth here. I would have to either do it alone, which is not something I'm comfortable with, or go into the hospital. So we are going to go into the hospital. I did want to do a water birth there, but they do not do water births at this hospital, which is a bit frustrating. Just the way the hospital is set up, the birthing floor labor area is above like some expensive equipment, I guess. Just poor planning, really. But they have showers you can labor in, and like one room has a bathtub, like, but they're hard tubs, they're not like a birthing pool. But you can't deliver in them. You can labor in them and then transfer out. So that is probably what I will try to do. I've been thinking so much, and then I think I get too overwhelmed and have to take a step back. But now, like today, I've been researching some like hypnobirthing tracks, and like I did find an album of hypnobirthing that's free on Spotify and is actually like an actual soundtrack. So I think I'm gonna start listening to that kind of regularly, because now is the time to kind of get used to meditating and the breathing, getting myself into a calm state, because I am now entering the second trimester. So I think that's going to be a priority. Physical movement, that kind of stuff. I'm going off topic though. This is more so about the first trimester and what that was like. So I will put in some clips here from like the beginning of the first trimester up until now, and you can watch those here if you're interested. So this will be like, more like real time what I've been feeling. I just kind of filmed like maybe when I was overwhelmed, when I was really not feeling good, when I was feeling good. So yeah, you can check that out now. Thought we could just have a candid chat on the couch. Mainly because this is all I've been feeling like doing lately. And now I know why. So I'm actually pregnant. There's a baby in here. And that feels pretty surreal. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot right now. I feel like you see so much online about people getting the tests and like the excited reaction and like that initial like excitement, which it is. It's really exciting, but it's also like, holy shit, like just such a like intense amount of emotions. And then it just kind of like, I don't know, it hasn't even been like a full day yet that we found out, and I feel like I'm going through everything of like, what do I need for a baby? What do I need from me? Childbirth, midwife, doula. Like, there's so many things running through my head. And like telling people, like, a lot of people suggest to wait like to at least 12 weeks, just where it's safe and like you're less likely to have a miscarriage. Because miscarriage is quite likely, not likely, but you have 1 in 4 women have a miscarriage in the first trimester. So it's not there, right? So I'm definitely aware. I can see myself like probably taking another pregnancy test in a few weeks just to like make sure. This is such a funny angle, especially before I actually see the doctor for the first time, because I don't think that happens to like 8 or 10 weeks. So we will see. It also feels like a big thing, because I think like, well, it's a huge thing. It's a baby. It's a person. It's a being that we've created. It is a big thing. Our entire lives are going to change. every aspect of it. Crazy. All right, I'm just gonna watch a show. Trap for real. Hello. I am 4 weeks pregnant today. That is crazy. And morning sickness started already, which I guess is quite early. Blessed. So that's been fun. Started in the night. Woke up to go to the bathroom, and then I was like, I'm gonna throw up. Yeah. So we're here in bed. I'm getting quite worried for the bakery, because the reality is I'm probably gonna have to close orders. And sorry, I'm like emotional. I feel like crap. And just, yeah. I don't want to have to close off bakery orders, but the likelihood is I probably will for the first trimester, because if it's only 4 weeks and I feel like this, I don't want to kill myself baking and then like harm the baby or something. Like, that's not worth it to me. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna say, because it's like way too early to announce that I'm pregnant, especially to like on my business page. So yeah, I might just say I'm having some health issues and we're gonna need to take a break. And like, it'll make sense when I can tell people, but until then, people might be like, what the fuck? But that's life, I guess. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna have to focus on the orders and like not do the bakery stand, because I am not doing well. But I should get up and try and eat something, because if I don't eat something, I'll probably throw up again. So, good morning. Seems to be the new filming spot recently. Ooh. So yesterday at this time, I wasn't 100% sure if I'm pregnant, and now I have the positive test. I've thrown up. Like, it is just in full swing. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit overwhelmed. Yeah. Feels like it was very quick, which, like, I'm very grateful to be pregnant. I'm very excited. But it feels like I haven't had time to process the fact that I am pregnant before, like, the symptoms have already, like, kicked me down. And this is probably, like, a light version of what some women get, so I don't know. I'm just hoping it's not a sign of what's to come, because I'm only 4 weeks, which is quite early to be having morning sickness, like actually vomiting, so we will see. It's funny because I watched one, the veins just like protruding. I watched one YouTube video, and the only person who was like sick at this stage was pregnant with twins, because like your HCG is just doubling so much more. So that's, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about that. There are twins in my family as well. On my dad's side, my aunt had twins, so it's not totally impossible. I feel very lonely. I just want to be able to talk about it. I think that's really getting to me. It's like all the people I would want to reach out to, like my best friend, and like, it feels like I shouldn't tell them yet, but I guess maybe it's my decision, and maybe I need to talk to Connor and like see if I can tell, like, one of my friends. Maybe even one of my friends that has had a baby, because I just feel so, like, alone in this. And, like, I can't tell anyone, I can't, like, explain what's going on, and that feels very disingenuous, I think, for me, and it's, like, distressing. I think that's the autism now. I don't like lying. I'm very uncomfortable with lying. And, like, even this week, like, when I do my orders, I don't know how many, like, I have 2 deliveries on Wednesday so far, and then 5 pickup orders on Friday. And, like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I do not feel good. I just want to cry. And also, I think I mentioned it yesterday, maybe, before I tested, or the day before, because I've used medical marijuana for, like, quite a few years now for my own health, but that I stopped, like, immediately yesterday when I got the positive, because obviously there's a baby in me now, so that's a priority, but, like, 2 things can be true at the same time, and, like, the baby is the priority. I know this is going to be worth it, but also I have been smoking weed every day for, like, years, so my body is definitely, what the fuck, and I use it for nausea and stomach issues already, so I feel like that's probably just not, that's probably why I already threw up, because I have stomach issues. But that's been a little bit tough, and I think it does definitely go hand in hand with the TISM, because I'm so routine based, and then I don't realize until I have to change my routine. But like last night, I was just like walking in circles because I just didn't know what to do. Like, I usually like smoke, go to sleep, like I'll make a tea, I'll smoke, I'll sit and have my tea, I'll get my heat pack on. Now I can't use my heat pack and I can't smoke, which is like, I would much rather a healthy human child than smoking. And that is something that, like, no question asked, like, that's not a doubt in my mind. But I think I'm partially, like, probably withdrawals, really, like the nausea and stuff like that. So I've been watching all these, like, 2 great videos. Now I'm here. Now what? Okay, but for real, so I'm gonna cry already. Put this down. Oh, Connor's already been amazing, and I feel like you hear so much about, like, it really makes or breaks a partnership, being pregnant. And, like, you definitely see the side of your partner, if they're willing to be a partner, if they're just gonna leave you. And Connor's been incredible. Like, I got sick in the night, and then when I came back to bed, I was just, like, shaking, so it was so cold. He just rubbed my back, and then this morning he's just like, how do you want me to support you in those moments? Like he actually asked me what would be best. Because, like, he doesn't know, and I'm sure it's probably, like, you feel a bit helpless on his end. He's like, I mean, it's our baby, but, like, it's in me, and it's causing the physical symptoms on me. But yeah, he's been very wonderful about that. So, yeah, big shout out to him, because I love him so much. And yeah, I feel like I just feel more and more, I was confident, but I feel more and more confident about, like, yeah, all of this. There's still just so many feelings in me. It's really hot now. So. Hello again. Same day, just feeling chatty, slash I feel like I'm just processing a lot of stuff and like it's still so new. I was just looking at maternity clothes on Old Navy, so I was like, well, that's gonna be a reality soon. And then we have a wedding in February. That's Connor's best friend's wedding. I'm gonna be very pregnant then. So that's funny to think about. I get to wear a pretty dress pregnant. So I was thinking about reusing the dresses I wore to the wedding this summer, but that's not going to be the case. So actually, there's some maternity dresses. Hello. Thought I'd pop on and just continue this. Now that I know I actually am pregnant, I might as well continue tracking my symptoms and vlogging it, because that is all I'm watching right now is other people in their first trimester. Cause yeah, it feels kind of lonely because you can't talk to anyone about it, and like this won't be up for like a few months really. Like it's October right now, but you probably won't be seeing this till like December, January. So it's just weird. I feel like I'm hiding a part of myself, which I am, but there's a reason for it right now. But yeah, I am feeling not great. I felt a bit better this morning. Like I had more energy initially, and now I'm like in actual pain. Like I'm just like cramping hard. Didn't throw up though yet today or last night, so that was a plus. Definitely thought I was going to. Like I was like, if I get up and like move around, I will throw up. Yeah, I think I might have to make the decision to cancel my orders. I was really gonna try and push and get like, I've written all my orders out. I've written my plan of like what I need to bake today, what I need to bake tomorrow, what I need to bake Thursday, what I need to bake Friday. But realistically, I'm just not doing well. And it feels like not worth the risk. But also I really struggle with disappointing people, so that is definitely what I'm going back on. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, if, like, yeah, it sucks to disappoint people, but at the same time, there is a bigger priority, right? And I have to check in with that. So I'm gonna leave it for a bit longer, like see if I feel better this afternoon. And then yeah, probably this evening, if I can't, I will refund people and send them emails and probably just like cancel Wednesday orders for now, and then like not necessarily post anything, because I only have 2 orders for Wednesday, and I'll just like message them personally, and then if I'm still really not doing well, I'll refund the orders on Thursday and like actually make a post like, hey, I will not have the bakery stand open, which kind of sucks, just because like I feel like I was just getting this started, but the universe has bigger plans. So I know I'll come back to baking, but it's definitely going to be a bit before I do. But who knows, fingers crossed, maybe I'll feel better like throughout my second trimester, or like later in the first trimester. Like maybe it's just like initial feelings, because I'm 4 weeks, like like just over 4 weeks. But yeah, a lot of the videos I'm watching, people are like sick for like 6 weeks straight. So I'm not looking forward to that, but if it means a healthy baby, then that is worth it. So try to lean into that, and I've been trying to just like consume information. I feel like that kind of helps, but I'm busy surrendering to what is. Come here, buddy. He's been a very big snuggle bug. Both the cats have, actually. Boopy more at night, but he's like always sitting in my lap. Hey, sweet boy. Come here. Oh, there you go. probably trying to keep track of my symptoms, and maybe when I actually feel better later on, probably we'll do an actual sit down chat, catch up. But these will be seen for quite a while, so. Hello. Like the whole first trimester so far has just been me like crying in videos. Maybe that's just the hormones. Literally anything and everything makes me cry at this point. I wanted to pop on and chat though, because I feel like there may be other women in the first trimester who are having to make these decisions or make these calls, and it's lonely, and it's like, I don't know, it feels very like, I'm trying not to be disappointed in myself because I don't deserve to be hard on myself because I'm pregnant and I can't work. Ezzy, come here. Come here, little buddy. No. You want to lay right on baby. Little buddy. You arm okay? You're sitting kind of weird. There you go. He knows. He has been so clingy, and I am so grateful. Yeah, but what I was trying to say, or what I was about to say, is that if you don't know, I started running like a home bakery, and I recently had the bakery stand out and got that sorted out, and I feel like I finally started to kind of build up like customers around the area, and like people are familiar, word of mouth is spreading, and the reality is I am not feeling well enough to bake like that right now, and that feels really hard. One, because I really struggle with disappointing people, and I feel like when it's my business, I'm taking it really hard because I feel like I don't know, I don't want to disappoint my customers, and I feel like if I do, then they may be less likely to come back. But also I'm trying to remind myself that like what's important right now is really making sure the baby's okay, and like miscarriages are common in the first trimester, and the way I'm already feeling, I don't want to like get my body so stressed out that like, yeah, I hurt the baby or do something like that. So I just emailed my deliveries for tomorrow and refunded their orders, which kind of sucks. Anybody, but I think it also is what I need to do, because I can barely walk around the house like doing stuff. Like I did the dishes and scooped the kitty litter, and I was like on the verge of passing out. Yes, I know I'm not supposed to be doing kitty litter. I have done some research on it, and I'll only be doing it when Connor's not here. And I'll be wearing gloves and washing my hands and like being very cautious. It's really about ingesting the poo, which is like, I have to be pretty, yeah. I'm not going to ingest it intentionally. But yeah, I've been kind of struggling today because, well, I guess a big part of it too is I've like often put so much of my worth on my work or like my productivity. I think I'm gonna have to tell people sooner than 12 weeks, because like definitely our family saying it. It's also just very lonely. But I have friends that have kids and are like, I've just been pregnant, and I feel like it may be helpful to talk to them. I've been talking to one of my friends. I feel like she might know I am pregnant, but she hasn't said anything. She respects like that, but Yeah, I feel like eventually more and more people will know. Yeah, it's such a physically distressing thing to, like, I don't know, disappoint people. I don't know what, like, yeah. I think too, I like am very good at gaslighting myself, or like being like, no, maybe you aren't sick. It's like, I'm not sick, I'm pregnant, like I'm growing a human. But yeah, I was doubting myself, but it's like I've already thrown up, like I've already started vomiting. So I'm not like going through it, but fuck. It feels like a lot right now. Maybe I just need to keep trying to eat, maybe watch something. I will say I'm proud of myself though. I have not smoked since I found out I was pregnant at all. I've completely stopped. And it like doesn't even feel like it's like, I don't know, this is what I've been not needing, but like I have been thinking so long that I want to like reduce smoking or like switch it to something else, like maybe oils or gummies, or like there's so much to smoking. Smoking has its own health effects. Even if like what you're smoking has benefits, there are like there's going to be side effects, right? And I have chronic gastritis diagnosed, and chronic gastritis is irritated by smoke. So it's like it was helping my symptoms initially, but long term it might be exacerbating it. So I feel good like that way. And I feel like I'm crying a lot more, but I feel like I'm also like processing things more maybe, which is all going to be beneficial, right? Like, yeah. I've also been trying to seek out like positive motherhood things and like positive reminders, like this is not, like what I'm doing is not unproductive, like my body is creating a human. So give myself that grace, give myself that rest, and allow myself to be tired, because I've never been this fucking tired. Like I am struggling. Yeah, maybe I'm struggling because I'm intellectualizing my feelings. I'm crying. That's okay. I don't need to figure out why. I'm just crying. But on that note, I'm gonna eat some food and probably watch something, and we'll have a more real conversation likely before this video has started. Like, my future self will film this hopefully after the first trimester's over and when I'm a little less sickly. We shall see though. See you later in the future. Hello. Still, it's Tuesday. I don't think I've said what day it is at all. I'm 4 weeks and 1 day. But I have so many symptoms already, and I am worried. Trying to just relax, but yeah. I think part of me is struggling too, because it's like, I'm probably gonna have to tell people sooner, because like, one, my friends are gonna notice. My best friend's already messaged me, just like, are you okay? Because like, usually I'm way more like, I'll post more on social media, I'll be more like, well, I canceled my bakery orders, so I think that was the thing that was like, whoa, what's up? But yeah, not feeling good. It's more like trying to do a little bit of movement. Like today, let me show you. I think you can almost see it in my face though. But like, baby is taking nutrients. one thing I have read is like, even if you don't have enough nutrients for yourself, your baby's gonna take them for them. So that I think is what's going on right now. I'm just exhausted. But I managed to get that set up again because we had it put away. There's an electrician here on Sunday because eventually we're gonna replace the electrical panel in there, and yeah, we're just kind of getting the ball rolling on that before winter. So he was here Sunday, and then we had someone else here Monday. But yeah, getting even just the table set up, Connor came down because he heard me. And yeah, I'm hurting. Yeah. I think I'm struggling too because like I've gone through like I have chronic illnesses, and I've gone through periods where like I was on medical leave for over a year, and it's like it's so fucking hard to feel like shit all the time. And like it affects your mental health because you can't do things that you enjoy, right? So it's like you can't do the things to boost your mental health because you feel so low. So like that's one thing I'm struggling with. So I almost think that like telling some people would make it easier because like I could actually talk about it or like be open about it, like especially with my best friend. Like I've only known for like 2 days, but I'm seeing her in person in November, which is why I'm like, I would so rather tell her in person than on the phone, because it's just, yeah, it's not the same. But I also don't want to like lie to her or hide it from her for like 4 more weeks. So we will see. And another friend like that I've met here, I feel bad because she's been wanting to hang out, and I've been wanting to hang out too. And her partner's also going to be away the same time Connor's away, and we were going to like go for a walk or something. I reached out and like, I don't think I'm going to be up for it. But like I can't explain to people what's going on, and then I just, yeah. You feel flaky, you feel weird. Also, I feel like I'm noticing so many different things now in the house. Like the countertop, specifically on this one, it needs to be replaced like sooner rather than later. Cause like it's like this checkered tile, but there's a lot of broken tiles on this side, and like water's gotten into them, so they're all kind of warped. Like there's definitely mold underneath, and like some tiles are lifting up. So would love to get that sorted out, especially knowing that I'm carrying a baby. I don't really love the idea of mold being in here. But like financially, we're at a point where like we're just waiting for it. It's not information I need to share on YouTube, but we'll be like, we're in the process of like, we're gonna be able to do construction. It's just we're in a waiting period. We will be replacing all of this. But it's gonna be a big job. I mean, I'll just rip this whole top off, but yeah. Okay, I know it's like, it's not a baby at this point because the baby is the size of a poppy seed. Like it's not a baby yet. It's, yeah. But the bloat is making it look like I have a little bump here, and it's lower too, so interesting. 4 weeks. Well-being. Hello. Honestly, it's still 4 weeks. This is it's Wednesday, so I'm feeling a lot better, like nausea-wise right now. Slash I've eaten more today, which I think is helping. It's like yesterday I managed to eat 2 eggs for breakfast, which definitely helped. And then today, I managed to eat 1 egg for breakfast. And then it was too gross. But then, what else have I eaten? I had some broccoli. That was good. That made me feel good. And it wasn't gross. It was like good. And then I ate something else. Nuggets, chicken nuggets. That has worked a couple days. I had 3 nuggets. And now I'm craving chocolate chip cookies. So I baked off a few cookies that I had in the freezer. I've been in this robe like all day. I feel like this is just gonna be the reality of my pregnancy right now. I feel so weird to say. I also officially called the prenatal clinic today and like told them I was pregnant. Like, you have to tell them you're like, they don't know you're pregnant, right? So you have to call these two places. The Sydney hospital is the nearest one for us. It's like almost a couple hour drive. That's the reality of living in rural Nova Scotia though. And then the Midwife is in Antigonish. So less of a drive. Actually, it's probably pretty similar, but just in the opposite direction. It's on the mainland. But they serve this area of Cape Breton. I do feel lucky though, because there's no midwives for like further into Cape Breton. Like, our county is kind of the cutoff. Oh my god. I've never like felt that yet. Oh my god. Yeah, so there's no midwives like for the majority of Cape Breton. So I do feel lucky that there are some in Antigonish, and praying that I can get in. They tell you to call as soon as you're pregnant, probably just so they can prioritize like people. So I'm 4 weeks, so I don't need to really be seen for another like at least 4 weeks probably. Like, they usually do an 8-week appointment sometimes, or just like a 12-week appointment, but it's probably 8-week to confirm, like do a blood test, all of that. And then sorry. The Cape Breton Hospital is where they do the prenatal clinics. And that's just like, they keep an eye on baby, blood tests, ultrasounds, kind of like help you make informed decisions about testing. They kind of like talk you through that stuff. Because I have no idea. And I'm kind of trying to be realistic about that, because I like initially was like, oh yeah, I'm confident. Like, I've done so much research, but I'm like, there's so much I don't know. Like, I think I need to be ready to surrender to this. And like, I've never been a mom. I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be okay to ask a lot of questions. I'm probably going to have a lot of questions. And just keep like, all I'm doing is like researching and like watching videos, but like nothing will change from like until I actually do it. So can't do that though till you have a baby, right? So we'll just gain some information while we can. And that's exciting, but it's still pretty early, so we haven't told anyone. But that is proving to already be hard. It's like, I'm usually not someone who's this quiet, especially on my business page. I had to cancel deliveries for today, which I'm glad I did, because I definitely couldn't have driven. And I had like 2 deliveries in opposite directions, so it would have been like a couple hours of driving. So just not like, I wouldn't have been safe on the road. And we're choosing to prioritize the baby over the bakery right now, which makes sense. Like, there's a baby growing in me. I'm still gonna be able to bake after, likely throughout some of my pregnancy. I mean, I hope. That will be seen, right? But yeah, that's the plan currently. I think we talked about telling our family once we get like an actual test, like go to the doctor, and have them confirm I'm pregnant. Like, I know they say pregnancy tests are just as accurate, but you know, just to confirm, things can happen. And just like to know, go to the doctor first, and then we'll probably tell our family. I probably won't post it on anything yet. I'd like to tell people, and then like maybe December. It's October right now though, so that seems like a long time, especially for my business, because I've just been like, I'm sick. Like, I've never canceled orders, so like people are like, what's up? Yeah. I keep having to remind myself though, like, as soon as I announce my pregnancy, they're gonna be like, oh my god, this makes sense. It's like, if you've had a hard pregnancy, you'll know. I can't even say I've had a hard, 4 weeks. I've thrown up. But like, yeah. I keep comparing myself to people I'm watching that are like working out and like have 6-pack abs right now. I'm like, no. Just not built that way right now. Hello. I am so tired, but also my boobs are so sore, like next level, like nothing I've ever felt. Do not want to wear a bra, slash I don't think my bras would fit me anymore, if I'm being honest, and that has happened very quick. So I've just been wearing tank tops to kind of keep them from moving, but oh my god, they're like boulders, but they hurt like stones. That's not been a fun vibe. Connor is the best. He is out right now getting some groceries for me, some last minute things. He's actually going away to Boston this weekend. I feel bad though, because he feels bad that he's going now, but it's like his best friend's bachelor party, and I'm like, no, go. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm canceling my bakery orders. I can't. I can't. But I'm fine. But he's being very sweet, and he's going to grab some more groceries. So we got more kitty litter and cat food, because we need that before, because I'm not gonna have the car or anything. Actually, I don't think I can drive safely, really. That will probably depend on the day, but currently that's been a constant. But yeah, I just feel like steak strips, which it's like beef jerky at Costco. It's just dried steak strips, and it's all I want to eat. And it's definitely good protein, so I'm hoping he's gonna eat that. And then electrolytes as well. Asked him to get some of those, and then potentially bone broth if they have any. I don't know if they will where we live, but we're gonna try. I could make some, but I don't feel up to that right now. Seems more realistic. And then I asked for like cucumbers and like some basic things like that. More chicken nuggets, because that has been hidden. So that's where we're at with this. It feels wild still to say that I'm pregnant. More and more of me wants to just like, I just want to talk to my best friend about it. I want to talk to like, I just don't like keeping it a secret. I hate it. I really don't like it. So I feel like we might tell people soon. Probably not before he's back from Boston though. I might tell Sam this weekend though. Hard to say. I'm gonna talk to him though. Let's see. Yeah, she definitely already notices like, what's up, man? Like, you alright? And she doesn't even live in this province, and she already notices. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to hide it very long. So, but that's where we're at. I'm gonna make a tea. It's definitely not a bump, but I'm more loaded right now. Also, I've been eating, so it's more of a food baby at this point, but there is a little poppy seed in there. That's the size. And then next week it'll be sesame seed. Okay, a little later on Friday still. I actually ended up telling my best friend today, which was really exciting. It didn't feel like me to not tell her, and it didn't feel like authentic to what I wanted to do, to hold it until like 12 weeks. And I'm gonna see her in like less than a month, so I wanted to tell her, and I didn't want to wait till then either. So we just FaceTimed for a bit, and she was really happy, and it was a really sweet moment. And yeah, made me more excited for it. Just beautiful friends. She's my best friend. So feeling grateful for that, for her, our friendship. I'm excited to go see her. It feels very serendipitous. It's like, I didn't know I was pregnant when I booked this trip, and I feel like it will be like, it'll be the last time that we are together, just us two. Like, there's gonna be a little baby next time, so that is pretty surreal. Yeah, just making some pasta. Like, very bloated right now. I don't think it's not a baby right now, but it is very much so. Bumping. This is just bloating, I think, because the baby is a poppy seed right now.
Yeah, your baby's the size of a poppy seed right now. He's not so big, is he? He's not so big. No, he's just a little baby. He's just a little baby guy right now. Hey, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, I could cry just thinking that. So I've read so many things, like you really see like the people who love you and care about you when you're pregnant, because it is such a like, I can't do anything. Like I'm at the point where like I can do dishes, but that's like the brunt of housework I can do. Yeah, I know. And it's leaving a lot of other stuff to Connor, and he has been so freaking kind and supportive and like encouraging me to stop and to slow down. And like I was really worried about work. It's like, if you don't think you should be working, don't be working. Like he's like, don't worry about the money, like that is not the priority. So yeah, and he's been very wonderful. And like before he left, he got like a bunch of really great easy to eat snacks and stuff for me, like macaroni, steak strips, like just easy things. No, buddy. It's funny though, because both of the cats are so much more like snuggly, and I'm all over the place. I like going back and forth from so many different topics. Definitely pregnancy brain is starting. I had a moment where I had like my kettle going for tea, right? And then I had a pot going for Mr. Noodles, because that's what I felt like earlier too. And then I almost put the tea bag in the pot of water. So what am I doing?
All over, Patrick.
Hello? Making some food. Yes. Can't really see it in the room, but it's below early right now, but just making some food, and I was laughing. So I feel like I'm just like documenting this first trimester because it's all by myself, and I feel like I'll like share it like eventually, because I talk about like hormonal stuff on my Instagram, and like I'm just kind of it'll be part of it. But like real talk of the first trimester, this 4-course meal is a calm chamomile tea, steak strips, Mr. Noodles, and organic broccoli. Just balance, just a bunch of balance in there. Then I'll probably have some raspberries after. Hello. My phone's only at 5%, so this is gonna be short and sweet. But it is Sunday. I will be 5 weeks tomorrow, and my nausea is ramped up so hard today. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was like, am I gonna puke on the couch? I didn't throw up, but there's a lot of not fun digestive things happening right now. So after that, I feel quite hungry now, but also like I'm gonna be sick, so I'm gonna try and make some pasta, because that sounds like not horrible. I'm just sitting on the couch again. I was playing some video games this morning, and now I'm just kind of like, I feel too sick to like play. I just want to watch a show, just have something on, and just not be doing things. So it's gonna switch to a movie or something, and making pasta and a tea. And yeah, the dishes have not been done. I did them yesterday, but not today yet. Yeah, and Connor's not here, so he's still in Boston, which is great. I'm really glad he's there. But I also miss him a lot. 2 things are true. But he will be back tomorrow night, so it's going by faster than I thought it would. And it's really just like today, and then tomorrow, and then he'll be back tomorrow night, so got this. Hello. Back. It is still Sunday. I did end up cutting my hair. I didn't think I cut that much off, but now that I'm looking at it, I did cut quite a few inches off. Because it was like down here. But it feels a lot better. That was dead. Yeah, it was a nice little distraction. Yeah, I am nauseous. Trying to eat a little bit more because that really helped earlier. I'm really nauseous and I made some pasta and it helped. So I'm gonna make some chicken nuggets because that sounds good, and then some broccoli and tea as well. And then we'll see what's next. I think I just want to chill, but I can't decide if I want to like play video games or do something like that. I feel like maybe watch a show. And maybe I'll actually try and get more. When I tell you, I have never felt breast pain like this. My cat just stepped on my boob and I just burst into tears. It was so painful. I felt like my boob was literally exploding. Oh. Okay, but for real, this is wild. It's definitely an evening, so the bloat is like high key, but like this is like a full-on bump. And I will be 5 weeks tomorrow. So that feels weird. It's definitely mainly bloat at this point. But if I am pregnant with twins, which I don't know why I feel like I am, I likely not, but that would make sense also. I feel very big already. I'm gonna need to get some new pants. These are the biggest sweatpants I have. Yep. God, I love Connor so much. Here, I'll pause this. Yeah, he's in the States still, and he's coming back tomorrow, and he's gonna stop at Target and get snacks. It's like, should I stock up? Like, on snacks? Yes. So my pregnant ass is just fucking scrolling Target and looking at snacks, which is probably not the best idea for right now because I want them, like, desperately. But I've really been wanting to try those, like, Chomps beef sticks. Because, like, all I've been wanting lately has been, like, steak strips, but we don't have, like, the Chomps. But Chomps are, like, better, like, it's a better quality meat. And, like, no added sugar, like, stuff like that. So I think he's gonna get me some of those. And then I'm just gonna keep scrolling and see what else I find. But, yeah, I'm excited. So, yeah, we don't have a Target in Canada. We don't have anything like this. I think they have a Target maybe in the States, or maybe they tried a Target somewhere. Gosh, not the States, in Ontario, I want to say. But we're quite rural, so the Target would not, like, do well here, I don't think. It might, but, like, hard to say. Oh my god. Give me all of the candy. Oh my god. I want all of it. Welch's. I really want gummies. They do have the Yum Earth too. Good morning. I'm officially 5 weeks pregnant today. I am so tired. When I say I literally woke up, it's 9 o'clock right now. I got out of bed around 7. Maybe a little bit earlier. Probably like 6 something. And I could already fall asleep. Like, my eyes hurt. They're so tired. So that is something I am not quite used to yet. Drinking a second tea this morning, and then I already had some eggs. It's a weird angle, just weird shadows. yeah, I'm on second tea and then having some chips and salsa right now. So that has honestly been what I've felt like eating since like before I even found out I was pregnant. And I just needed some more food, so that's where we're at. Hello. I'm 5 weeks today. I actually feel like I have a little bump. I thought it was bloating, but now it's probably still bloating because it's kind of crazy, but yeah, there's definitely something here. So Lil Bean is the size of a sesame seed this week and developing eyes right now. So that's what's going on physically. I've been feeling pretty tired. I woke up very hungry. Like, I've been trying to eat to the point where I'm like physically uncomfortable before I go to bed, so I like don't wake up hungry. But I was too full last night to keep eating, but then I woke up very, very hungry and felt sick, so I ate a few nuts trying to make some bed, and then made some eggs when I got up. That has been working, knock on wood, pretty well, having eggs. And I know it's doing good things for baby too, because all the choline, great for baby's brain. So trying to eat things that are good, but also not like kill myself in stress if I don't feel well enough to necessarily eat something like perfect, you know what I mean? Like maybe chicken nuggets too, because like after I didn't feel good, and then now I'm gonna make pasta because that sounds delicious right now. But I made macaroni last night and it did not hit really, so it's hit or miss. It's really hit or miss, honestly. And that's strange for me. I mean, it's not really though, because IBS, it's kind of my normal a lot of the time. Food is like, sometimes it works. So that I'm used to at least. Not necessarily fun, but I'm a bit more used to it. Same with the nausea. I think that might be why I've only thrown up once, is because I'm just like, I was permanently nauseous before I got pregnant, and now that I'm pregnant, I'm still nauseous, but...
Hi, Lisa. Hi, buddy. Oh, and yes, Patty. Hi, guys. It's okay. I got 2 hands to pet you both. Oh, he's so sleepy. He's just a sleepy boy. It was hailing. Did that wake you up? Did the hail wake you up on the windows? It kind of startled me too. It kind of startled me. When Bazzy woke up too. Did you tell?
Yeah, it snowed this morning. We're still in October, but it snowed, so that was interesting. Woke up, I was like in the bathroom and I heard something in the window. I was like, what the hell is this? And it snowed.
Because it wasn't raining, hey.
And then just now it was hailing.
It's all over the place, right?
One thing though, I'm so excited to see Connor. That's the main thing. And also, he stopped at Target. I've never been to Target, ever. But he got some snacks. So, I'm very excited to see what he ended up getting. Because I've been seeing a lot of those, like, chomps, the, like, beef sticks. And I was like, I need those. Like, I've just been eating steak strips, like, but I kind of want better quality. Like, it's not horrible, but it's not, like... These are just like no added sugar, no like additives, things like that. So if I'm eating that much like beef sticks and jerky-esque, probably makes sense to get some better quality. They're not really in Canada. The Connor's in the States. So hello from the couch. It is Tuesday now. I am 5 weeks and 1 day, and definitely the nausea is increasing. I have noticed that. And the level of exhaustion has increased. I probably took like a 3 or 4 hour nap just on the couch today, which is not normal for me. Like, I do not take naps. Yeah, Connor was working, he came down, and then I guess I was asleep. He came down after me, he's like, you took a little nap there. Seen that. So it's very entertaining. It's just doing a lot to my body that I've never been pregnant, so I've never experienced this. And like, I will say I definitely have a bump already, and I don't know how that's possible because I'm already only 5 weeks. But like, it's there. Like, I can't wear certain pants, whether that's bloating. This baby should only be size of a sesame seed right now, so we'll see. But Connor is back in the States, and he brought me these, and they're so good. I'm sad that we can't get them here in Canada, because as soon as I run out of these, I need to be out. Slash, I guess they used to sell them on Amazon and like a few other places, but they're all sold out, so disappointing. So I have 6 left. I am 5 weeks and 4 days, and the nausea is for sure ramping up. Yeah, I've not puked again, knock on wood, but definitely have come way closer. Specifically, like the last couple days have been kind of hard, and just we haven't had groceries either, and I haven't been feeling well enough to get groceries, and Connor's been working, so yeah, I feel bad. I'm struggling with that. He just finished work and he's going to get groceries now. But yeah, I'm like getting to the point where it's just like I need, like, I get like this morning I woke up at like 3 a.m. like starving, and like I need to eat something or I'm gonna throw up, and I don't know what to make at 3 a.m. So I kind of just need to get like some granola bars or like protein bars or like Cliff bars, like something that's not horrible, but like that would give me some calories and protein kind of as I need it, because that has been very uncomfy. And even sitting like now, I'm like just hot and like I feel hungover, but like it doesn't go away. So I'm struggling with that. I think more than anything though, I am struggling not working, and I guess maybe I wasn't totally prepared to stop working like totally, because I was trying to start my home bakery, and like I was starting my home bakery. I've been baking since like the summer, and I did a few markets. Like I did a market in May, I did a market in July or August, then June as well. I've done 3 markets, so it's like I have been baking, but it feels like a very hard stop because I physically can't, like I can't accept orders. I refunded the last like batch of orders because I just like I can't bake at the quantity I was baking at. Like I baked us 1 loaf of bread for the first time in like 3 weeks, and it's draining. Like, yeah, it's like I can do the smallest amount of things before I just have to lay down. And I know I'm doing productive things and I'm growing a human, but it's hard right now when not really anyone knows. Like my best friend knows, and then Connor's best friend knows, and his guy friends, but like no one knows. Like I'm not talking about it. I haven't told, like our families don't know. So it's like I'm just isolating myself because I feel like shit, and I don't want to like have the question come up like, hey, what's going on? Like, how do I answer that? I'm not good at, I'm not good. I don't want to lie, but I also don't want to like be in a position where someone does ask me, because I just wouldn't lie and I'd probably say it. So that's where I'm at. But I think as the pregnancy goes, I'll probably like not be filming these little snippets as often, just maybe when I feel like it, and then I'll do like little recaps before, like for each trimester. Oh. Yeah. And we're in the first trimester now, so we'll be halfway through the first trimester on Monday. So that's good to think about. And then a lot of people say that the second trimester is easier and that your nausea starts to lessen. So I'm really hoping for that. But we will see. And a lot of it does seem to be like nutrition based too. Like I noticed the days I was eating a lot more, I felt a lot better like the next days too. So I think that's really what I have to prioritize doing. Like the few days that Connor was gone, I was eating to the point where I was like physically uncomfortable, but it was like, I think working, as much as it like, I was feeling sick on one hand from being so full, but it was like less of a, I didn't feel like I was going to throw up. My stomach was just like, oh, but yeah, I think that was like, oh, oh. Lost my train of thought completely. So it's a minor cramping. Today I had a pain in my back that didn't feel good. So just trying to take it easy. I feel like my pants are all very tight. But it's like, it's bloating. It's not a baby at this point. Because the baby is the size of a sesame seed, approximately. So that is not what is causing it, but yeah. I'll check back with you guys in a bit. I need to just chill. Hello. I am 6 weeks pregnant today. Morning sickness is here, / all day sickness. Yeah. Today has been rough. I am struggling. Like, weirdly felt pretty good when I first woke up and then laid down again because it was still pretty early. And then I woke up and like came down and my stomach was just not having a good time. And then I drank like half of my tea and then got sick. And then have not really been able to eat much since. I just have like things I've tried to eat. Yeah. Not feeling good today. And I have heard that like 6 weeks is when it kind of sets in for a lot of people. I thought maybe I was like not gonna be as sick because I had already gotten sick at 4 weeks, and then it like I didn't throw up again until today. So I was like, maybe we're in the clear. No, we're not. So I'm struggling. It's already like 4 or 5, but I'm really hungry, which I know is adding to my nausea, but I like cannot get anything in. I was not prepared for this part of pregnancy. Oh, yeah, I don't think I had enough knowledge of the first trimester. Like, I knew that, like, morning sickness was possible, but just this, like, I have not been able to do anything for, like, 3 weeks straight. I'll be good. I'm just having a moment. I'm just struggling. It's lonely. I think that's the hardest part of it, because it's like no one really knows at this point. No one near me, so it's not like I can like talk like Connor does, but he's not home right now. But yeah, struggling. But I'll check in with you guys soon. Hello. Hello again. I am 6 weeks, 4 days today. It is Thursday, November 7th. Oh my god, yeah. Thursday, November 7th already. A lot of this is bloating, but there's definitely like a bump happening. A lot of this is bloating. Keep that in mind. But yeah, my pants are pretty much all too tight at this point, and I am feeling just, I don't know. Actually, today's been, I would say, a better day in terms of how I've been feeling. Yesterday was a little bit worse, but like an improvement from Tuesday. Tuesday was extremely rough, probably the worst day I've had. Threw up multiple times, was pretty much just on the couch the whole day, like just trying to get water down. Basically, day before I got sick, just in the morning and then in the night, so like not great, but not like as bad as Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday were really the worst days I've had this week, and then Wednesday was better. I didn't throw up, but I was very tired because I hadn't really eaten much, and then today's been better in that sense. I've not thrown up, knock on wood, since, and the difference has been I've been eating exponentially more, and I already thought I was eating more, but even more than I was eating. So, give you an example, this morning I've eaten a Cliff Bar. So right now, okay, so right, it's brain. It is 4:20 basically right now, 4:19, and so far today I had a Cliff Bar this morning, 3 hard-boiled eggs, a protein yogurt, which is 9 grams of protein, and then I had 6 spring rolls at like 9 in the morning, and then I had some leftovers. I made like a lentil stew, and I had some leftovers of that right after. Then I had a couple apples. I had 2 apples. Then what else have I had? I made some Lipton soup and a bunch of peas. I put peas in my lentil soup with Lipton soup, and then I made some bread. I actually got enough energy to bake some bread, and I've really been wanting bread. So that was the motivator there, and so was Connor. So I made 2 loaves this time, and I think whatever we don't eat, like the next couple of days, we'll just slice and freeze it. Because it is nice having bread on hand. I think that's all. That's all. Oh yeah, and then a couple like mini Cliff Bars, like the full-size ones and then the mini ones, but so I got some mini ones. So that's where I'm at. I've definitely eaten a lot so far today. I think it's only 4 or something. I definitely need to eat some more. I think I'm gonna make a tea as well right now. Also, my peppermint tea doesn't taste good anymore. That's probably the saddest thing. I like made a cup of peppermint tea because I ran out of spearmint, I ran out of just like my regular teas, and then it's just peppermint tea, but it's a different brand than I usually been getting, and it is so gross. So couldn't drink that, but Connor got me some spearmint tea a couple days ago at the grocery store. So that is what I'm gonna have, I think. I've been having a lot of lemon ginger because that's been good for nausea, but I kind of want to switch it up and have spearmint. Hello from the couch. Alright, the one thing I was really not prepared for about pregnancy was how starving I would be constantly. And I mean, like, if I don't eat, I'm gonna throw up, like literally vomit. That is, like, I've always kind of had that, because, like, that's always been something I've dealt with. Realized it was likely autism, / I'm autistic, but that was probably it, because I go so long without realizing I'm hungry until I'm absolutely starving, and then by that point, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, because I've just waited too long to eat. So that's not, like, a new thing for me, but I don't usually vomit. So that has been a fun thing for pregnancy, the vomiting, and just having to eat constantly. But also being autistic, I get really tired of food and textures. So today I am struggling. Everything I've been eating has been the same thing I've been eating for like the last few weeks, and I am tired of the textures. I'm tired of the tastes. I don't want to eat them anymore, and that's making me nauseous in itself. So I've just been eating Cliff Bars, but I have 2 mini ones left and then 1 full size. But really, I need to save those for the nighttime because that's when I'm like on the verge of vomiting and need to eat in bed. So Cliff Bars are really handy for that. But right now I'm like, what do I want to eat? Like, I've already eaten eggs. I've already had a sandwich. I ran out of fruit. I was having smoothies though, and that was pretty good. But I've run out of fruit. Connor is getting some though right now at Costco. But yeah, I ran out of frozen fruit. So I would have a smoothie. And then spring rolls. I've really been liking spring rolls. First it was nuggets. Actually, first it was steak strips. Now I'm not super into those. Same with the chomps. Don't make me feel so good right now. Just like the idea of eating that. There's like a few things like that. Like chicken is not hitting the same. Like coffee. I don't want coffee. My peppermint tea tastes disgusting. Like, it's so weird. It's so strange. I was not prepared for how much I would like want to eat, but have like minimal things I would want to eat and how fast it would change. Fruit has been hype though. I've been eating a ton of apples. Like Connor bought a bag of apples like literally yesterday. No, not yesterday, Wednesday. And I'm almost through them. Because I've been eating like 2 to 4 apples a day. Because like right now I would just snack on an apple. Yesterday I ate 4. I've already eaten 2 today. So that's where I'm at. I kind of feel like I'm getting sick. But I also can't tell if maybe it's the air in this house. Definitely a little concerned about the mold in here. It's just a really old house and we have not gotten everything replaced that we want to replace. I really want to get an air purifier before, well, it's the winter now. We have had the windows closed. But it was like 19 when it was 27 actually, like Wednesday. It was 27 degrees Celsius. For all you Canadians, you'll know. I don't know the equivalent Fahrenheit. But it was like a hot day. It was weird because it's November. So that was abnormal. But yeah, I just feel very congested. Also, I've heard that's kind of a pregnancy thing, so maybe that's just like what's going on. Connor also came back from Boston. He was sick, so I could have gotten some of that. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we're at. Really excited for Connor to be home. That's one thing I'm really noticing being pregnant. I don't like being by myself. Like, I can be by myself, but like I like knowing there's someone in the house. Mainly also because we live like very much isolated in the woods. And last night the power went out like across the street, like a street over, and I was like, oh, you're fucking kidding. Because I like sometimes check and it's been really windy. And if we lose power, I lose service, so I can't text, I can't do anything, I can't call, like, that's worrisome. So I was definitely like paying attention to that. I was like, oh, of course it went out. So I like when Connor's here as well. And our neighbor is not here right now. We only have like 2 people living on the street, but one person only lives here full time, but not even full time, like every other month. So it's, yeah, a quiet area. Which I love. I'm really grateful for that in a lot of ways. I think it's gonna be really wonderful. What the hell? The rhododendrons are literally about to bloom again. What is happening? That's strange. Sorry, distracted. Hello. It has been a minute since I popped in. Still just going through it. 7 weeks, 2 days today. It's Wednesday, November 13th. Morning sickness is here, has not left. Yeah, pretty much a daily thing at this point. So just trying to focus on getting whatever I can into my body and praying it stays down. And that's where we're at. I have a trip booked next week to go visit my best friend, and I am getting more and more worried about traveling because I don't know. At first I thought I would have like a few days in between, because that's kind of what it was like last week. Like I had like 2 days where I was sick, then 3 days where I wasn't, and then 2 days where I was sick, and then 1 day where I wasn't, and now it's been 2 days where I've been sick. Still back on that cycle, and no break. Like I was sick yesterday, I was sick today. So we will see. I think, yeah, the best I can hope for is just not throwing up on the plane. Like in my seat. That is a nightmare in my head. So I'll do everything I can to not, but reality is that is kind of out of my control. Because I'm pregnant and the hormones are here. Very present. I also just don't want to be like sick and sad the whole time. Like I'm not gonna be sad because I'm gonna be there, but I'm gonna feel bad that I feel like shit the whole time. So praying. I have heard some people sometimes get like a reprieve from morning sickness week 8 and 9, and I'll be week 8 next week. So we can hope, right? We can hope that that's a little glorious break. Maybe I'll feel kind of good. Yeah. But that's where we're at. Definitely a little bit of a bump. I think it's just because I've had so many stomach issues like my whole life. So my stomach is like bloated already to the point of me looking pregnant before. So I think my stomach just is like, all right, let's go. Hi, bud. It's just me talking. The cats have been very close. Yeah, you guys have been very snuggly. Topaz is pretty much just like on me all the time, hey. And then Boop will come in at night and lay on my stomach, or like lay like some laying on my side, so he'll lay against it. Sweet boy. But yeah, that's where we're at. Hello. It's been a minute. I am 8 weeks pregnant on the dot today. Definitely feeling it. Had a few days where I didn't throw up the last few days, and then this morning came back. So I've been pretty tired, but I leave for Toronto tomorrow, so I'm trying to pack. I'm doing my best, but yeah, I do not have much energy. We had like an appraisal thing today, so there was someone coming by at like 2:30. They got here at like 2, and they were here till like 3:20. So I never know what to do with myself in those situations, because one, they're like taking pictures of the whole house and walking around. They're going in every room. So I'm like, I don't feel well enough to be like out of the house. So I'm just kind of here, and like Connor is like also here, but he's working. But I'm just like moving from room to room, trying to be out of the way. And last night I did not sleep at all. Oh my god. I don't know if it's pregnancy, because I've heard pregnancy insomnia can be a real bitch, but I thought it was more towards the end. But yeah, I was like up from like 2:33 until this morning. And then just called it because the cats were just fighting. Couldn't get back to sleep. One of them caught a mouse, another mouse in the night, and I like did not fall asleep after that, and that was like at 3. It just makes my like whole body like tense up, and I feel really anxious because like you can hear that might because I'm pregnant as well, but like you can hear the mouse and he's fucking murdering it, so it's like very hard for me to listen to. And then he's kind of just gross with it and like throws it around, sometimes brings it upstairs. So I'm just like awake hoping that he kills this mouse fast and doesn't like drag it on or bring it upstairs in our room, which he likes to do. But usually when it's not dead, So that's a whole fun situation. So that was this morning, last night, and the night before. So I think that's why I was already kind of on edge, because they caught a mouse the night before as well. And then immediately when I heard that sound, mine was like, ah! And then, yeah, I woke up just like crying, just I'm like, I'm so tired. It's definitely pregnancy hormones, but I'm like struggling today. But I feel bad because Connor's also like, he's got so much going on, and I cannot help, like, at all. Like, yeah, I did a load of laundry, and that was like the most of it. I've done some dishes and like but he's been doing the bulk of everything, which I struggle with because I like to I like to be the one to do things like that, and like he's working and I'm not right now because I can't. I mean, I could open orders, but I don't think I could do it. Like, it's so hit or miss. It's so dependent on the day. Like yesterday, I managed to make some cookie dough. And then today, baking the cookies was so painful because I felt so gross and so sick. So it's like, I have one good day, and then the next day is not good. I'm really just praying, though, that I don't throw up on the plane. Honestly, I think that's my worst fear, because you can't, like, necessarily get up at all times. And just people hearing and seeing you throw up is a nightmare. Especially it's like I'm not sick, but like someone be like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna make some like homemade barf bags in case, and just have them in my purse. I know they have like puke bags on plane, but they're like paper ones, which I feel like is not ideal. So I'm gonna bring some in case, and just pray, just really freaking pray, and try and eat. But we have to leave kind of early, so the flight's at 11:15, so I need to be there. It's a decently small airport, so like probably like 10 is probably all right. So it's 2 hours and 40 minutes roughly, but we'll be going kind of through rush hour once we get into the city, so may want to put a little bit of extra time. Also, because we live on the island, you sometimes can get stuck on like before the causeway for a bit, if there's a boat going through, or like, yeah, just if they close the causeway for wind. Not so much right now, but it's definitely possible. So it's good to keep that in mind and leave, maybe budget a little bit of extra time, but we probably have to leave by 7 at the latest. I'd probably feel better if we left at like 6:45, but that would get us there in loads of time and also allow us to stop, because I will definitely need food on the drive. So yeah, because I usually would like prepare food or like, yeah, go get groceries, and that has not been in my wheelhouse, but we will see. I'm gonna be with my best friend, and we're gonna be doing stuff, and I feel like that might like not force me to, but like unless I'm physically vomiting, I feel like it might be good. Like it might keep me a little bit more occupied. Maybe I'll feel less sick. I don't know. Here's to hoping, right? I also love to get sushi while I'm there with her. Sushi, go on sushi dates. And I have not had sushi in so long. / I don't eat raw sushi in general, so that works because I don't have to. I already eat cooked sushi, not pregnant, so that's probably what I will do. Just working on a birthday card. Because I'm just like, There's so many things I want to bring or like make. I would love to make her a loaf of bread, specifically sourdough. That's just not realistic to bring it on the plane. Like I could put it in my luggage. I did think about doing that, but it just felt like it wouldn't be fresh because like I would have to bake it today and we wouldn't probably have it till like tomorrow night, which is fine. That's fine, but it's not. I want to bake a fresh loaf. I've definitely been going through like food cycles. Like, that sounds weird, but like I eat the same thing for like most days and then I hit a wall and then I can't. I was having scrambled eggs and toast for a few days and that was good. And then this morning that sounded horrific. So, it's just weird. Pregnancy is very weird. It's beautiful. And it's also very, like your body is doing so many things. Also, the dreams I've been having lately, oh my god, they're fucked. Like, I think it was because they caught a mouse, but I definitely had a dream that they caught a rabbit and it was in the house, and that was not a fun dream. But apparently pregnancy does have very vivid dreams, and that was like my first symptom as well. So, interesting. It's 5 p.m. now. I'm probably just gonna have some soup, color this, and probably move upstairs to bed because I am like so fucking tired. I do need to finish packing and just make sure that's all good. My carry-on's done. Hello. It has been a minute. Back from Ontario. Went through that trip. Didn't throw up on the plane. That was really what I was most worried about if you watched beforehand, before this clip. Yeah, very grateful for my trip. It felt like my body was giving me a little bit of a break. I only got sick once while I was there, and then I got back on Saturday, and then Sunday was pretty rough, morning sickness wise, and then Monday as well. Got sick a few times. And then had blood work, so yesterday was just kind of a day. But I'm feeling all better today, which has been nice, knock on wood. It's been a nice little break from feeling like garbage. So got some laundry done, got the Christmas tree set up, which was nice, and did a Lego set. So feeling a little bit more like myself right now. Still like not, but like, you know, eating again. Ate a box of macaroni about an hour ago, now hungry again. That seems to be the key, just eating constantly, and like I feel better the better food I eat. So I had some cans of lentil soup, which have been great. I ate one today and then one yesterday. They're just these like soups from Costco that I love. They're just like safe. A decent amount of protein, like not as much as I thought, but like 16 grams of protein in a bowl of soup. So something to get in my belly. And let me show you. Definitely, I can't fit a lot of my pants right now. Learned that on the trip because I tried to wear jeans. But yeah, definitely bumping now. Just very small, but there's something. Little beans the size of an olive this week. Yeah, it was 9 weeks as of yesterday. And then next week it'll be the size of a strawberry. So still moving along. Had blood work yesterday to just get like HCG numbers, get all that, check my ferritin, thyroid, general like urine tests, that kind of stuff. And then have an appointment with the midwives, not this Friday, but next Friday, once we're actually in December. That would be like my first appointment, so we'll go over blood work and stuff like that. And then ultrasound will be in December sometime. So that's exciting. It's all happening. Did find a few little fun PJs while I was in Ontario for a little bean. that has been really fun to to look out for. And kind of been able to tell more family now, so that's been exciting. Our neighbor knows now, like more people are just so that's exciting. It feels less, I don't know, it's lonely when no one knows and you're just like, I feel like absolute garbage, and I'm trying to not look like I feel like absolute garbage, but it's, I've just been at home constantly. So I will say it was really nice to actually get out a bit more in Ontario, and I think like moving around does help, so trying to do that. Did a very small walk around the property, checked the well this morning, and I felt good from that, and then just kind of kept that ball rolling. So I think that's what I need to prioritize, kind of just like moving, keep eating, and some days it does not feel as easy, but today feels good. So I think sooner rather than later, I'll probably sit down and do a little bit more of an intro to this video, and like soon we'll be doing a recap over the first trimester, because it's 12 weeks and we are in 9 right now, so only a few more to go before we're in the second trimester. And I'm holding out hope, because I hear that your energy can sometimes come back and the nausea somewhat subsides, so here's to hoping. But this is done. I've been trying to mix it up, so big old bowl of broccoli and then Lipton soup, because this is not the like most nutritious thing, but I do really feel like it, so we're focusing on balance right now. Good morning. Thought I'd film a little snippet this morning. I am 10 weeks today on the dot, and we're heading out to the first ultrasound this morning, so that is exciting. Also, yeah, morning sickness has been a little rough this morning, so trying to get the water down, but that might not get a whole liter. We'll see. But yeah, excited, nervous, feel like I'm gonna cry, but exciting. This will be in that full first trimester recap, so see this eventually, but not for a while. But just gonna get dressed in other comfy clothes. That's pretty much all I've been wearing. So check back with you guys after. Hello. Still the same day. I mentioned we were going to the ultrasound today. So did that this morning. That was really exciting. I actually saw Lil Bean is just kicking around. Like just kicking. It was wild to see. Like, I'm measuring at 10 weeks, 3 days, which was pretty much what I had thought. I had it myself at 10 weeks. So like roughly the same. So due date is June 27th, which is crazy. So that was really exciting. A little heartbeat was just pumping away, like 169. So apparently that's normal. Like at this age, they're just like, it's pumping really, really fast. So that was wild to see. Did get a little picture of the ultrasound, not like a physical one. I don't think you can, like, from hospitals. I'm not sure. But yeah, we didn't get one. We just took a picture on our phone. So that was nice. And then we ended up going out for lunch after, kind of like a little celebration. We never go out to eat. So we tried a new restaurant, or not a new restaurant, new to us restaurant. It was delicious. I think we'll be back. Good prices too, delicious food, and like a local Cape Breton restaurant. So that was nice. Fleur de lis, if you're in the area, Port Hawkesbury. So yeah, that was a nice little morning, and then came back and then did a little bit of house stuff. Ate some more already. Did get sick this morning, so that was like I was generally kind of worried if I was going to be able to drink enough water before the appointment, but I did. So that was good. We were able to see everything. My morning sickness is like, it's very inconsistent. Mainly though seems to be the morning, because once I can eat and like get enough food in me throughout the day, it kind of manages. But yeah, it's kind of every few days. It's not necessarily every day. Like I've gotten sick 2 mornings in a row, but then like the last like 4 days I didn't get sick. So it also seems to depend like what I'm doing. I notice if I'm really tired, more likely to, and then if I'm stressed or like things are going on. So like last week I was sick the day of my appointment as well, and then like I wasn't for the rest of the week. So I think sometimes it's like me anticipating it, which like I have IBS, so like already I get kind of stomach issues when I'm like lightly stressed. Not even stressed, but just like things going on. So that has been today, really. Yeah, feels crazy. Very exciting though. It was yeah. I don't know. It's exciting to think about, to talk about. We sent the little ultrasound picture to like my best friend and then some family too. So that's exciting. It's exciting that people are also excited for us. Like it's just, yeah. I think Lil Bean is very loved already. And we know we love Lil Bean already. So I'm really excited. I'm just starting a puzzle. So I just started a couple days ago, but I've been feeling so tired, and I think it's just kind of, I need to chill for a little bit. I've been kind of trying to not force it, but like do some things around the house, like stay on top of laundry, like vacuuming, dishes. That is inconsistent. But that's leading to like more work, because like then when I finally do dishes, it takes me like half an hour to wash all the dishes. To be fair, Connor's been doing a lot of dishes, but he's also working full time, so thankfully at home. But I definitely want to not have him just being the one doing the dishes, because usually I am doing a lot more of that stuff. So he has really been stepping in those areas, because I have just not really been able to at all. So, very grateful for him and for, yeah, how he's just showing up for us. But yeah, other news, I guess we're nearing the end of the first trimester then. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. That feels pretty weird. So I will probably post on here soon in the next couple weeks, because once I'm out of the first trimester is kind of when I wanted to. And I initially thought it was going to be around December 16th, but it looks like it'll be a little bit earlier, like December 12th, December 13th. So we'll see. There are still some family that I just haven't been able to like get a hold of yet. And it's not something I want to just like message them, be like, hey, by the way. So definitely gonna wait until I've told my family and stuff. But yeah, that is where we're at now. Yeah, I might go get something to eat. I made some soup yesterday, so I might eat some more of that, and then maybe just watch some shows. I'm tired. I'm really tired. But also my sleep is so inconsistent, so I don't necessarily want to nap and then like not be able to sleep tonight. So I'll probably just end up going to bed early. But Connor's bagpiping, so that might not happen. Not that it won't happen, but I have a hard time falling asleep until he's home, like if I know he's coming home. So we'll see. Hello. Still the same week. Had the ultrasound yesterday. So it is Tuesday now today. Almost 4 p.m. I'm very tired today, so been taking it pretty slow. Did get a load of laundry done, just did the dishes. And now I'm looking at, I did respond to some emails, do some things like that. I have not been doing recently because I've just not been feeling good. And I really struggle with that kind of stuff, like emails and that. I don't know. I find I get, like, it's the autism too, but like when I am not feeling physically well, it definitely affects me mentally, and then I struggle to communicate more, which is hard. I'm working on that, so I shouldn't work on it, but working on understanding it more and like finding ways to communicate before it gets to that point. But yeah, the last couple months have been hard, I will say, because I just have been feeling so shitty. But did send out a few emails today and let some people know that I am pregnant, which is exciting. Some people from my last job in the Valley became more like family. But yeah, that was exciting to actually tell them. And now I am looking at like baby registry stuff. So I've been trying to just like do like slow things, not get too overwhelmed. So I feel like that is a big thing right now. I don't want to like stop doing things because I'm getting too overwhelmed, so I'm trying to just like do little things slowly. And, like, we have a midwife appointment on Friday and today's Tuesday, so maybe I'm procrastinating a little bit looking up like the physiological aspects of birth, because I do want to have some like general questions and like things to ask the midwife on Friday, because it's going to be our first like in-person appointment. But that might be like more like she's gonna ask about my health history, stuff like that, getting to know me as like a patient. So it might not be as much like me asking questions about baby and like things like that. So we will see. I do want to kind of put the bug in their ear about a water birth, because initially I wanted to do a home birth, but the reality is how far out we live in the woods. Midwives won't come out here. And then we are quite far from a hospital, like, so if I did do a home birth and then God forbid something happened, or like I did need to go to the hospital after, it's a little bit risky because of how far we are from a hospital. Like, we have a small hospital about 20 minutes from here, but the emergency room is more often than not closed, so that's not something I generally want to play with, especially since it's my first pregnancy. So I don't know. And definitely in the past, like, I've had doctor's appointments and they thought I had a blood disorder, things like that. I've always had very heavy periods, so bearing that in mind, I don't want to put myself in the point where I could like hemorrhage or like something like that, and then you don't want to be at home for that. So that, I think, is where we're leaning, / we will be doing a hospital birth, and I just want it to be the least medically intrusive that we can. Ideally, some things will be out of my control, right? If I need an emergency C-section, that stuff, there will be things that will not be totally by control, but I'm learning more about cervical checks, and like the actual like need for them is not super big. They increase risk of infection with every cervical check, and it's really to give an estimate on time for doctors and to see how dilated you are, but your body is gonna like progress naturally. So unless something's like your baby's heart rate's dropping or like something like that, it's not necessary to be getting checked every like hour when you're in labor. So I'm gonna like ask for not that. I'm not consenting to an episiotomy. No, not a freaking chance. And then with that as well, that becomes more likely if you're induced, and then forceps are involved. So all of that I don't really want to deal with. I don't want to be induced. I feel pretty strongly on that, and I do not want to get an epidural. Because yeah, I've done a lot of research in terms of like a natural birth, and then when you actually do end up giving birth naturally, the oxytocin in your body once you've actually given birth like literally makes you forget the pain of childbirth. But when you get an epidural or a pitocin, that doesn't happen. So your body is meant to birth, and I'm trying to like go into it with that mindset. But yeah, there's still some fear in there, and I'm still early enough that I'm like, I think I just need to get this out. like my thoughts, my fear, what I'm panicking about, and then I can move on to being more like informed, educated, and empowered, and maybe less fearful of giving birth, because that is definitely where I'm at right now. So with that being said, I'm looking at baby registry stuff, and I was just getting overwhelmed because I was like, there's so many things that you need, and like I don't even know what. Like, I have like a general idea, like what do I have on it right now? I have 13 items on it so far. Hooded baby towels. Let me flip it over. Yeah, like hooded little baby towels, travel diaper changing pad, waterproof. That's a big one. I've been reading a lot too about like there's certain changing pads that are good, and a lot of people say do not get fabric ones. Like get a vinyl one that you can wipe off, because yeah, there's gonna be messes. And then I've heard a lot of good things about specifically the standing bottle dryer, but we don't have a dishwasher, so I'm kind of trying to look into like a machine that does washing, sanitizing, and drying all in one, but I'm having a bit of trouble finding one. And then like these cotton burp cloths, washcloths, that kind of stuff, little pacifiers. I have 2 different brands on here, so I've heard sometimes it just depends on your baby. They might like some versus others. And then, oh, I did want to put 2 on here. Yeah, and then baby like bottle cleaning set, diaper caddy. I'm thinking this will make sense to have like a diaper caddy down here in the living room for changes, and then upstairs as well, because I don't think I'm going to want to be lugging that around every single time. And that's a common thing I'm hearing, like if you have 2 stories, set up 2 changing stations. And then contrast cards for newborns. I've seen a lot of positive things about that, and friends that have had babies using those. And then nail clippers, the baby, and then that's for me, Perry bottle, and then Frida Mom postpartum recovery kit. I think I will see about, will be eligible for completion discount. Okay, yeah, so there's some things that you get a discount with if you buy through the registry, and then you get like a gift. Amazon sends you a gift if you make a baby registry with them. Same with like Babies R Us, but the reality is there's not like one near us. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. I'm feeling kind of overwhelmed. And like definitely a lot of these things, like we go through this with Connor, and like people will probably get us things that aren't on this, and then like we'll be getting things, and like I've already gotten a few like random clothing things. One thing though I've consistently heard is get zipper onesies, not snaps. So I've gotten 2 of those so far. Let me look up what they have on here. And I want to focus on organic, because just like that is kind of a priority for us. Just like making sure the fabric that is on them isn't too chemically, things like that. So I found 2 at Costco, and they were only $9 each, organic cotton zipper, but a double zipper too, so that was really great. And H&M has like a lot of organic cotton baby onesies, which is great, because the price point isn't too bad. And like, of course, like if someone gets us like baby clothes and stuff, I'm not going to be like obsessive, but that is going to be my priority, and I think most people who know me know that is going to be my priority. And like same with bassinets, where I've been looking at organic bassinets with like organic mattresses, and car seats with the least amount of flame retardants, because that is, I mentioned that briefly in another video, but yeah, there's a lot of chemicals sprayed on things that are very close to your baby, so that is just something I'm becoming more and more aware of, and yeah, I want to be aware of that for our baby. Same with like little pajamas, not pajamas, shampoo, body wash, things like that. Carina Organics is kind of where I'm leaning for that. that would be more likely, just like order online, bulk, send it here. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, and then like sleep sacks, things like that. There's so many things. Like sleep sack. Let's see, 0 to 3 months, and like baby carriers, things like that. Oh my god. And our baby's gonna be born in the summer, so that is something to keep in mind as well for like sleep sacks, and like things like that, because you don't want to be too hot. I think they refer to them as like TOG. Yeah, 0.5 TOG. That would be the summer. This one's cute. Small, medium, I don't know. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Hello from the couch. Oh, I am like 11 weeks, 3 days, I want to say, around there. Today has been rough. Even talking is hard, honestly. Definitely the most I've actually gotten sick in a day, and it's been very hard to keep anything down. So, just laying on the couch, watching Christmas movies at this point. It's like almost 6 p.m. now, so I'm gonna go to bed soon. But Connor is out trying to find me some food. There's nothing. I feel like I tried to make rice and it's like had one bite. It's like, I can't do this. And yeah, nothing is really working. We just don't have a lot here right now. Like, we just need to get groceries and stuff. So he went out on a hunt to find me lentil soup, because that is weirdly what I feel like, or miso soup, just like soup. Just, yeah, my stomach is very uneasy. I don't want to put anything wild in it. Lentil soup probably sounds wild to some people, but I eat it so often that it's like, it's just very safe for me. It's like just salty chips or like crackers. But yeah, this is the real side of the first trimester. I am struggling. And I know it's gonna be worth it. Oh my god, it's hard to imagine like having more kids feeling like this. Even just being like, how do women have like multiple kids and go through pregnancy? Like, if you also have hard pregnancy. Oh my god. So, I have a very new perspective and respect for women, mothers. God, the shit you put up with / deal with, not even put up with, but like, it's wild that we can grow a human, and it's also so physically taxing, and I don't think that's talked about very often. Like, women are basically the equivalent, like, calorie, energy, exertion wise, running a marathon their entire pregnancy. So that's wild to put it in that perspective. And then if you're throwing up a lot like I am, like, I don't have HG, so I've heard those pregnancies are even more horrific. So, knock on wood. That's the wall, it's not wood, but that is not the pregnancy I'm having, but we will see. Yeah. It's been like 12 hours since I've been able to like eat something for real, so I'm not gonna go to Emerge yet for like IVs or anything, but they do say after 24 hours, you should, 24 to 48, just for baby's sake, and that, because not having enough fluid can affect your amniotic fluid and things like that, so, and just the baby in general. So, really hoping I can get some food in me tonight. We will see. Bazzy's been here. Hi, buddy. Pretty much the whole day on the couch with me. Yeah, I'm gonna go and hopefully get some food soon. That's a real look at what's happening right now. Hello, good morning. Officially over 12 weeks now. See how much you can see. Definitely have a little bump. These are Connor's pants. I do not fit in my pants anymore. So I'm definitely growing faster than I expected. But with that being said, I have always been one, like I've always bloated to the point where it looks like I'm 6 months pregnant. So part of me thinks my body's just kind of used to like expanding. So I think it is kind of preemptively. For a while it was just like bloating, but now it actually like it hasn't gone down, and like I woke up with this. So I think this is the size of the bump right now, which is crazy. I'm out of breath. We've officially like shared it now with all our friends and family, everything. I posted it on my Instagram, which was like kind of, that's everyone knows at this point. Like it's in the public, it's in there. And then this morning I just posted it on my business page. Honestly, I was so tired the day, like once I started telling everyone, I was just getting so many messages, which was wonderful. And also my pregnant ass had no mental capacity. So, then I had a few days of like not great morning sickness, and now I'm feeling a little okay today. So I was like, I need to tell people, because one, it's been a few months since I posted anything on my bakery page, and that has not been sitting well with me. But also like I haven't been to the point where I could really tell, like I could, but you know what I mean? It didn't seem like, I've just passed 12 weeks now, so it just feels like a good time to share the news and have it be public. God forbid, but like, yeah, didn't want to say anything too early. But now, yeah, we've had ultrasounds, blood work, we're on like the genetic testing, stuff like that. So it's happening, it's real. So that's exciting. Just to even give people a little bit of an explanation, like sorry, straight up disappeared for 2 months. I'm fine, I'm okay. Well, like kind of, which is hard because it's like I have been just like aggressively, not aggressive, definitely people have been sicker than me, but I have not been doing well. And this is making the bed takes up a shocking amount of my energy. So like that's where I'm at. So baking, as much as I want to bake, I haven't even really been able to bake for us. Like we bought bread, which is not, that doesn't happen very often. Because I like, bread is kind of a safe thing. Like if I don't feel well, I can have a peanut butter honey sandwich, but I couldn't actually make the bread because I didn't have any energy. So we've had to buy some bread, which feels wrong as a baker, but like just trying to lean into that. And yeah, we'll be back. That's what I said. I'll be back. There'll just be extra hands around. Not saying I'm gonna force my baby into baking, but there'll be a couple extra hands hanging. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I don't know if I have the energy to film it yet, but I do want to do a recap of the first trimester, because I will be out of that officially next week, because it'll be 13 weeks. So then that is your second trimester. So exciting. I did end up making some like bone broth stuff yesterday. I roasted chicken in the morning, which took so much energy. And then I let that cook for like literally 2 hours. And then I've been saving a lot of vegetable scraps from when I make soup. Onions, celery, carrots, all that. You can save a bunch of stuff. Like you could save lemons, you could save Parmesan rinds, you could save garlic peels, like anything you're cooking with, just like put them in a bag and put them in the freezer. Stuff you'd normally compost. And then I put that all in with all the chicken bones. And like there was some like chicken skin and weird bits. I'm weird with meat. I don't like eating the like sketchy pieces. It's definitely a privilege to say that. But I used it for the broth, so you get more collagen and you get like a richer broth. So I let that simmer for like 6 hours, and then I use that as the base for my soup. I watered it down a little bit because it is really dense, gelatinous. And then yeah, I made some soup, so I'll probably have that in a little bit. I think I do just want to shower though. The later I leave it in the day, the less likely I'll have the energy to shower. So, I think I'm gonna do that now. Connor's out of bagpiping. It's snowing. Just nice winter vibes. So, let me see if some of my pants are dry. Because I have 2 pairs of pants that fit me that I bought when I was in Ontario. I just bought big pants. And they're still fitting me. But I washed them, so I just need to see if they're dry.